Very good. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for taking the time to just make your business a priority, I guess, and that's really cool. So some of us went to convention or conference, I should say, and we had a fabulous time. And I wish what we could do is just bottle up the energy that we had and the excitement that we had at conference and all of the things that we saw. I mean, there's just no way for us to come here on a video call and describe that to you. So we're going to do our best, right, ladies? And the crowd goes wild. Very good. So, Barb and I were talking about what we were going to talk about tonight and how we were going to kind of fill you in. And just amazingly, Color Street comes out with this awesome newsletter and really describes everything for you. So if you took time, and I hope you did, to read through that email, you didn't even really have to print it out because there were links in there for you. And you know so much about what we learned and all of the different updates. So that's really cool. Barb, are you going to unmute and pop on, or what are you? You're muted.
You can unmute me when you want me to talk. How's that?
Okay. Sounds good. So I wanted to just emphasize these. I'm going to kind of go through this email that we got. I have mine printed out. I'm just going to quickly go through it, and then I'm going to ask for questions on that, and then I have a few things to talk about as well. So I want to emphasize that these glitter dipped, they are awesome in person. So I know that you haven't seen them in person. Lindsay has hers on. She has on the Paris Couture, I think. And we've decided, right, that it's kind of like Shangri-La over like a rose, kind of light rose colored nude. If you haven't ordered these or promoted them in your group, I think the big thing about these is that people will want to see these in person. I think they'll want to see them on. So that's going to be really important for these. Not everyone is a glitter person or a sparkle person, so you're going to want to have these just so that you can put them on. Keep on that graphics and nail these groups. Keep on those groups so that you can snag pictures once people are starting to put them on, so that people can see them in person. That's going to be really important, and that's always important, but it's going to be especially important with these glitter nails. So if you don't have them, you should get them, of course. I know lots of you went on and DQ'd or added to your collection just using the glitter dipped, and that's an awesome idea. And we're so lucky that we have this company that's constantly putting out new things. You know, we could just sell out of our catalog for 6 months or whatever, but we get promo nails all the time, and that's really, really awesome. So that's the glitter dip. Someone just recently asked me if those are going to be going in the catalog. It didn't sound like it. It sounded like they're going to be a special nail. So I wouldn't expect to see these in the fall catalog coming up. Do we have a date for the fall catalog? Not yet. You know, they shared a lot of those colors with us. I shared the colors with you as a team. I am encouraging my team members to hold on to those and use those as, like, I don't know, I wouldn't give it all away. You know, it's really cool that they equip us with those things. I was really surprised that they gave us pictures of the fall line. I'm sure that the other ones that were there at conference would agree with me. We were surprised by that, and we don't have a date, but we don't really want to give all of that away, because someone may say, oh my gosh, I love this, and I'm gonna hold out and I'm gonna wait to order. And we don't want to do that. We want them to feel like there's always an urgency to order, and that's our job as a stylist, to create that. Also, the next thing in the email is the Summer Sunset promotion, and we have asked for this, and again, they always deliver, and that was kind of the mantra of conference. You know, we heard from you and we're going to deliver. And so this Summer Sunset is a nail, and it's an exclusive nail like the Mediterranean Lavender. For those of you that were with us in January, February, and March, that was a bunch of sets of nails that you could earn if you were BQ'd 3 months in a row. And the Summer Sunset is 2 months in a row. So if you are BQ'd in August and September, both months, You have to BQ in August and in September, have $300 in sales each month. They're going to give us 5 strips for that. So that was really cool. They heard us on that. They heard you because that was something that a lot of people had said they wanted. And that's going to be an exclusive shade. There is a PDF for that in the back office. And there's going to be all sorts of PDFs in the back office. So if you go onto your back office and just kind of search and look in the resources, you're going to find all sorts of things. You're going to even find images that you can use. So really cool. Skip that. Does anyone have any questions about those things?
I guess, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I was wondering, like, when you get the special nails, like we had some people got the gold mine. There's the summer sunset. How are you utilizing those sets? Are you using them as incentives, or, you know what I mean? Because they're not in the catalog available. If you don't want to say, hey, look what I got, you can earn it because it's just for stylists to earn. So I'm just wondering ways to utilize them.
Okay.
Ideas.
Yeah, that's a great question. So the question was, how do you use those when you get them and you earn them? What do you do with them? I didn't sell mine. That was kind of a big deal for me. I didn't want to. I didn't want to just, I could have, but I just didn't personally. I think that's, you know, every stylist can decide what they want to do. I used them for incentives for hosting. So you've got that, you know, a Mediterranean lavender if you decided to host. And then I also did a promo where if you decided to join, you got a Mediterranean lavender. And that's an exclusive thing, right? It's something that we want. And that's how we use these tools. We want to use them for things that we really want. To me, that was worth more than $13. Not everyone feels that way, right? So anyone else have any ideas on that? Cindy, go for it.
What I did was I gave them to all the people of my team underneath me when they joined. That was one of the things that I gave them.
Yeah. Yeah, and you want new team members, right? So that's a really great incentive that you can use. It's a great idea. Love it. And that makes them feel special too, that they have something that no one else has. And then it's also a tool that they can use. They can wear them to promote the product, or they can, you know, give them away as a host deal, or they can give them away as a giveaway on their group, you know, lots of different ideas. Thank you. Any other questions about that stuff? I'm going to go to the Color Street Foundation really quick. I think this was a really big part of our conference, and I'm really excited to share with you that Color Street, I was very surprised, and I don't know about some of the others that are on, Cindy and Lindsay and Barb, but I was overwhelmed by the amount of generosity that our company has. So yeah, I see a lot of heads nodding for those of you that are on audio. The cool thing is that our company launches stuff for foundations or for organizations that are really near and dear to people's hearts, and that really tugs at their heartstrings. It's a great way for them to feel like they really matter and that they can give back to something. So this whole autism one, it touches so many people, and I think it was $1 per nail strip up to $60,000, right? 60,000 nail strips. Yes, that's what was the thing.
Yep. Yeah.
They told us when they released the nails that $1 of every sale would go towards autism awareness.
So that's where that $60,000 came from. And so they actually invited some guys, some of the top people from the autism organization and of America, and had them come to the conference to accept the check, which I thought was really neat. And then they said goodbye and went backstage. And then Fa Park, the founder of Color Street, came out and presented another check of $40,000 that he personally gave. And that was just really moving for a lot of us to see that and to see those men up there who are touched by that organization. So they announced 5 other foundations or things that we're going to do this year. I posted that on our team page. So the next one is the childhood cancer. They already showed the nails. It sounded like that one was going to be in September. We don't really know a lot of the details. So they're giving us these little tidbits, but they aren't giving us all of the information. So, you know, I apologize for that. And then Mr. Park announced that he founded this Color Street Foundation that's going to be giving back to different organizations. And he was saying that, you know, you can't go to the bank and have zero in the bank account, you know, and what should he put in there? And he was asking himself, how should he fund this account? And decided to put $1 million in that account. And it was just really moving to see all of the people, the 2,000 people from the conference there, and how excited everyone was. And so many of these, I think so many of these touched, like even all of our team. I know Lindsay is a military spouse, and there's going to be a military one. And, you know, just all of these different, I know, yay, all of these different organizations that they're wanting to give back to, and it's really cool. So that's about the Color Street Foundation. Does anyone have any questions about that? Let me just mute here. I'm going to mute just because we're recording this. Oh. Cindy, did you have anything? Okay. All right. There's this weird button that you can push to raise your hand, and I have pushed it myself, and I don't know how to unpush it. So just know that if you have a question, you can just click unmute and start talking. I'm good with that. I wanted to talk a little bit about the next thing in the email, which is the virtual office. And I thought it would be appropriate on the last day of the month for those of you that are looking at your team numbers and all of that to know that this will be the last month of all of this. I know, it's like, and the crowd goes wild. So I can't even describe to you how awesome it was to see the unveiling of the virtual office and the slides that they did. It was so amazing to see just the different tools. So they gave us different slides. They did a presentation about the new virtual office and walked through it. And it was like all of, you know, what came back to me was all of you and all of the problems and the questions and the how-tos and all of the things that you've really struggled with. And I felt so much just emotion that isn't going to happen anymore. And we know that with the new system, there's going to be bugs and there's going to be things that they'll fix. But we know, just looking at the slides, that it was unreal how much it will change. Mr. Park decided that they would fix our back office, our virtual office is what they're calling it, at no expense. He didn't care. He said it didn't matter how much it cost. Just do whatever it takes to fix it. And really, I think that's something that I needed to experience seeing, and I'm sure that the other girls that were there will say this too, that it really felt like a huge sigh of relief, like a breath of fresh air to see all of the cool things that we'll be able to see. You can find out on the new virtual office, like how close you are to promoting, how close you are to being bonus qualified. Just, you can, at just a touch, you can see different team members and you can see your orders, and there's just so many cool things that you'll be able to use in your virtual office. And it's coming sometime in August. So they did not give a date for that. And really, that's okay. We just know it's coming before the end of August, and that's what we really, really care about.
I'll let you breathe now for a minute, Emily. The nice thing about that virtual office too is most of us have already gone through our jumpstart, but as we're introducing other people to the business and sharing the opportunity and bringing new people on board, this new back office will have kind of like a tracking system, so you can see in real time. And whenever we say real time, it means if the order was placed 5 minutes ago, it was on your computer 4 minutes ago. It's real time, so you'll be able to see how close you are to making your jumpstart and what you need to do to go to the next level as far as rank advancement as well. And I'm going to reiterate what Emily said, because it's so true. If any of you have been in business, I was in education, and I know whenever they gave us a new mail system or a grading system, there were always bugs that had to be worked out, and we all hated it. And then after a short while, we all wondered how we got along without it. So just keep that in mind as we're introducing this new, as we're being introduced to this new system, and it will be introduced in 3 phases. So we'll start it, and then they'll add to it, and then they'll add some more. So it's not like they're, my dad would say, throwing out the baby with the dishwater, but we are going to start slowly and build up, and they will be asking for feedback all along the line. So don't just complain to each other. Complain to your upline, or not complain, but make suggestions to your upline so we can keep passing it up so it gets into the right ears. Okay?
What I really loved, and thank you so much, Barb, and as you started talking, I thought of the 3 phases thing, which I thought was brilliant. They just, for those of you that don't understand, websites that hold this many users are they're very expensive, and it's a big deal. So that's why when we launch a new strip, it crashes, because our website really is not capable of holding all of us. And so that's something that we're hoping isn't going to happen anymore. But what I loved is that they're going to change it as needed. You know, there's that first phase and the second phase and the third phase. And so you can just be confident that when they hear us, and that is such value to us. So I'm so excited to see everybody. There's lots of people on here, so it's really fun. The other thing that they talked about, and I don't know if I shared this with you in pictures. I have so many pictures that I meant as I was taking pictures, I'm going to share this with the team. I'm going to share this with the team. But one thing that I loved, and I think I'll get a lot of heads nodding from this one, is that it's going to be mobile. It's going to be better for mobiles. And so when you log on your mobile phone, it's going to be way easier to navigate. Also, there's going to be kind of a warning if you're not getting your freebie. So it'll pop up with a warning that says you only have 3 in your cart. You need to add a 4th in order to get the freebie. These things that we've asked about, that seems so easy, but what you have to remember is when they launched this back office that we currently have, they knew that it wasn't going to be able to be capable for all of us. I didn't say that right, but you understand what I mean. It wasn't going to be workable for the amount of people that they were going to have. They didn't know that there was going to be so many of us. Let's just say it that way. And so they weren't fixing the things for us. They haven't fixed things for us because they didn't need to. They knew they were coming out with this, and they were putting their efforts there. So we just needed to be patient and deal with the growing pains.
Okay. Somebody's asked the question, they wondered with the new system, if it's from Karen, if the hostess will be able to order their own benefits. And we did hear that, but we're not sure if that'll be in the first phase or the second phase. This is just one of the things that they're offering as an opportunity for us to realize that there is more on the horizon than what we think there is. And what Emily said is so true. He kept telling us, Mr. Park, that when he launched this, he had no idea where it was going to end up. And to think that the company went from 3.5 million, for the first 4 or 5 months to 3.5 million in the month of October. And then we just kept bringing on new stylists. The system could not handle all of that. And I'm going to insert this right now. It's probably the only thing you're going to hear that you're not going to like. But even with this new system, they are not making it possible for us to change orders. So if you meant to put it in, if you meant to have somebody put it into your event and they didn't put it in that event, the system will not allow you to go back and do that either, nor will it allow you to add things to your order once it's been submitted. And that's the thing that Emily, remember she told you this, on every screen it'll say, buy 3, get 1 free. Have you ordered your 4th one? Something like that. It's on every screen when you order. But don't think that we can make mistakes and they're going to fix them, because that's often what people think when there's a new system. Well, they can take care of everything. They won't be able to take care of orders going in on the wrong event or wrong things being ordered. The fix for that is to just, when you get it, send it back, get a refund, and then do it the correct way. I'm done, Emily.
Thank you. Don't say that you're done. You're not done. You're only done for now. So I just realized that there's a Zoom group chat, and that's really cool. So I now see where everyone's commenting. I did get a text from Amanda, who's on, but she can't comment. She asked, isn't it better for us to take care of our hosts? And I'm going to agree, and I'm going to agree with part of that and disagree with part of it, not disagree to be disagree, but you know what I mean, Amanda. I agree that it is fun to be able to help our hosts get the best deal and all that stuff, and I think there will be place for that. We will be able to do that for them. We'll be able to still put in their orders and stuff, but there are some people that just want to do things on their own, or they're hard to get a hold of, and I think that'll be great. And this is in regards to sending them a link to be able to put their own hostess benefits in. So good question. Should have wrote down what I thought of in there, but I didn't, so that's okay. Any other questions? Those were great. They do have the customer support site still, and that's going to be the best way to reach Color Street. So if you don't have that, it's support.colorstreet.com, and you can submit a request there. And maybe there will be some questions about that. Okay. Yes, no, maybe? I wanted to talk about too many papers, too many things. I wanted to share just a motivational quote, not really motivational, but just a quote that we got from one of the speakers. It was from Steve Jobs, and I loved this. It says, "Great accomplishments in business are not done by one person, they are done by a team." And I thought that was really important. I love how our team works, and you know, we're better together. And we found that out this weekend. Even just we went to Barb and I and Lindsay went to a leader session, and they just had so much awesome teaching for us, and such great encouragement. And I really felt like sometimes we do feel all alone, but we are not. We're a team, and we have a great support system with Color Street. I know what I was getting to. I don't know if I posted this on our team page, but they are changing some shipping options, and I wanted to share that with you really quick. The shipping options right now, you can choose $3 post office mail shipping, and that's for everything. $3 when you purchase like as a customer, and it's $10 when you purchase supplies. And they talked about how that's going to change. So you will be able to choose standard shipping for $3 as a customer, or you'll be able to choose priority shipping as a customer, and they will do that by weight. And so they already know what each piece weighs, and so it will calculate it for the customer when you're placing the order. And I thought that was really cool. The other part of that I thought was really exciting is that we'll be able to order strips and supplies at the same time. And I'm not exactly sure how that's going to work. I don't think they gave really many details about that. Does anyone else remember? It didn't seem like there was any details about the strips and the supplies combined and how that was going to work.
The best part was the fact that the weight will be used as the cost for shipping, not the flat $10 fee for any business supplies. So that's going to be really nice. So you can order something small that doesn't weigh a whole lot, like possibly if you want a box of these fingernail polish remover things, you don't have to pay $10 to get one box. It'll be shipped by weight. That's what's really nice about that. And I'm just going to throw it out there and guess, but if you order strips and supplies on the same order, I'm guessing there wouldn't be a special with that. I'm guessing we would have to pay the flat rate.
Yeah, I'm going to guess that too.
Retail.
But we'll find out.
Mm-hmm. The nice thing about we'll find out, it's kind of like Christmas for us, because they don't tell us everything at once. It's like, oh, by the way, this is coming, and then this is coming, and this is coming. For those of you who have a hard time waiting, we just won't tell you anything. You can just wait till it appears. But for the rest of us, it's kind of exciting because the first thing we want to know is, when are we going to see that September Childhood Cancer Awareness strip? Well, it could be next week. It could be the middle of August. It could be whenever. We know it'll be before September because that's when the month is being acknowledged. But it's just kind of nice with Color Street that at least they give us some ideas of what to look forward to. So if you have that hostess or that customer who's saying, I have everything I want and there's nothing new in the catalog, you go, but wait, there's more. And then you can let them know what's coming, but we just don't know exactly when it's coming. Okay.
Very good. I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the people that were there, and maybe Barb will just kind of pop in on this too, but this new guy, Bill, he is for real, you guys. He is amazing. So he has a huge, long history with nail polish. And it was really fun to hear his perspective on just how women perceive their nails. You know, he said makeup is for other people, but you do your nails for you because you get to look at them. And just he shared with us the history of polish and how it started and how polish actually began on men, and just kind of went through from BC to now, and really talked about how they are choosing the colors. And what's the color that you love, Barb?
The OPI color, I'm really not a waitress. For those of you who have ever used OPI, it's a really pretty true red. And what Bill said is a lot of our colors aren't on target, as like they're a little bit off of what the fashion color might be. But because of his background in fashion and the ability that he has been given by Mr. Park to invest in this part of the business, we will be spot on. So they can introduce a new, let's say, whoever, Trump's wife. Let's say she has this awesome new color of outfit or whatever, and we want to copy that because everybody's seeing it in the news. We have the ability to go from the creation of that product to the production to the sale, and our customers wearing it in a matter of weeks, because of the production lineup that we have and the fact that everything is right there in New Jersey. But what he feels and what we heard him say is we want to be the fashion forward nail company. For those of you, again, I'll refer back to Sally Hansen and OPI and those. They don't come out with all these new colors and designs. We are the only ones, and he's going for some really classic looks based on what the fashion is for that season. That's why we have those pictures of what the different designers have going out for this season and their colors and all, and we have the polish to go with them. So it's not gonna necessarily be the cutesy stuff, or like Mr. Park said, he didn't want to have to choose the polish. They'd bring him 10 and say, which two do you like? And he said, I don't know. So I hire you and you do it. Don't ask me anymore. He wants Bill to do all the designing because he has the background and the experience, and he does. So I think that's a really exciting thing that we can be grateful for. Instead of just continuing on, we're going to just keep getting better and better. And Bill also went on about how Mr. Park he is the next name in nail polish development. There is nothing else like there. There have been imitations out there, but he is the next one. Charles Revson is the one who is credited with a modern nail polish. And there was a slide up there that said the introduction of the nail polish strip, we're not a sticker, we're a strip, is credited to Fa Park. So we're sitting pretty, girls.
Yeah.
Can I add something, Emily?
Yes.
Something else that Bill mentioned that I was really excited about in the pale pinks that they were talking about. He said there's going to be a pink that is very similar to Essie's Mademoiselle, and that's what we use in the hand modeling industry. So that is the nude color. That it's a light pale pink. So this is going to be perfect for all those girls that can't wear polish to work or can't wear any crazy colors. This is the one that all the hand models use. So I was really excited to hear when you said that one.
That is so great. And what I thought of during all of this is this last huge British wedding, and how they can only wear a specific color. And I think it's probably similar to that color. That was a big deal, but we didn't really have the color that was like that. So we are really the top of the line for being able to take something from fashion or from the runway to quickly produce it. It's really, really, really cool. So be excited about that. These are the reasons why people want to join us. If conference does anything for you, and I really hope that you'll choose to invest time in it. Time and money. Really, it's like a compacted, like a condensed amount of time, but you get so much out of it. And really, I think the main thing one of the main things I got from conference is that all of these women are so excited about this company. And it's fun to see all of these people that just love it so much. It really just says this is so legit, like it's so for real, and that these women are going to go out and they're going to share it. And are you sharing it, or are you not going to? Are you going to invite your friend to join us, or are you not? Because if you don't, maybe somebody else will. And so I felt really a sense of urgency when I left conference, and I need to be the one that speaks to my people, the people that I'm touching and that I'm connecting with. I need to be that person to them, because if I don't, then our other friend might, or somebody, that I don't even know might. And I don't want it to be that way. I want to be the one that connects with them. So that's kind of a segue into the Color 10. So we have a new book, Road to Success book. And it's got I'm trying to keep mine apart because I always keep mine in my purse. The way I can tell the difference is my one in my purse is really like dirty. It has like a coffee spill on it and chocolate kind of smeared on it, and the corners are all ragged. But on my old one, it's like this, and Color Street Road to Success is this way. This one is like a book. And in here is the Color 10 kind of philosophy that our company is going with, that how they're going to help new starts and people, consultants, stylists like us, build a consistent business. So you don't have one of these if you didn't go to conference. This is going to be in your back office. So you can watch a YouTube video about Color 10. When you go to your email, you can see some of the videos that they've created that has to do with the Color 10. So there's a new stylist welcome video, there's a jumpstart program video, and then there's this really neat video called Why Color Street. And I think it was like 3 minutes long, but you're gonna wanna share that with people. We'll have that, I would assume, in our Color Streakers Gotcha Thinking group. But it is a tool that we should all be using. This is not just for new team members. This is for me. This is for Barb. This is for Kara. This is for everyone. And what it does is it goes through kind of step by step what you should be doing on a weekly basis. Okay, so you should consistently be working your business. And I have a lot of team members and a lot of people that ask me, and I'm sure that Barb gets this as well, how do you do it? How do you have a successful business? What's your trick? And our trick is not a trick. It's that we consistently, it's always kind of right in the forefront. We live and breathe our business without it be like taking over, and so just an encouragement for that. So COLOR, and they intentionally made these, C stands for something, and O stands for something, and L stands for something, so that we can really lock this into our brains, and so that it just becomes like second nature to us. That C is for connect. That you should be connecting with 10 new people per week. Is this new to you, or have you looked at this already? Give me a little bit of feedback from those of you that were not at conference.
I did see it in the email.
And there's a nice video that goes along with it. So I really don't think we need to spend a whole lot of time unless they have questions. It's just the simplicity of it. COLOR, each letter stands for something, and then repeat, and do it again and repeat. And having a goal of 10 new contacts a week, it's not unreasonable. It's not impossible. It's a goal. But when Emily, I was thinking back when you said it's in the forefront of my mind, it's not that it's always in the forefront of my mind, but I always have it there. So if somebody does say, oh, I love your nails, you can go, oh, really? I did it myself, and then pull out your sample. And I think that we found that when we were in Vegas too. If we didn't have that stuff handy, switched purses, went to the pool, whatever, have your business with you at all times, because it is that easy. Emily, we got to be wrapping this up. So do you have anything more? Otherwise, I do have an announcement, and then I think we should ask these gals who went to conference what their takeaway was. I
think that's a great way. So if you have questions about Color 10, Barbara, I can definitely answer those for you. Or if you're not really sure how to make something work, let's see because I know that Lindsay shared, but maybe she has something else to share, and Cindy maybe has something to share. So can we put either of you on the spot? Was there something that you...
And Carrie's on too. I think Carrie was on.
Carrie on. Some of them are just phone numbers. So I apologize, Carrie. Hi, Carrie! Yay!
Yeah, I do have something to say from the conference, And when we were sitting and Fall Park was doing all the talking and I missed that video, yet I taped him for the 45 minutes that he talked because he's so interesting. And I said to you, Barb, I go, dang it, I wish I could have got that video.
I
Kara
agree.
posted that video on Color Streakers. So I highly recommend everybody watching Fall Park, the history of Color Street, and the founder and CEO, because that is so good.
It's in our, yeah, I saw it too. It's up on YouTube. Awesome. Thank you, Cindy.
Yes, I just absolutely love that. We just sat there like in amazement to hear him talk about his story. It was so good. Thank you so much for sharing that, Cindy, because I just loved that part. One of my favorite parts.
Hey, Lindsay,
Yes,
what do you want to share besides videos of your twins in their cribs?
that's all I have now. One of the main things that really hit me was just the generosity coming from above down to everybody, including all the different awareness groups and everything that are going to be benefiting from the foundation this year. Because it just seems like, just from my non-experience in the direct sales world, it always seems like there was a lot of greed towards the top. And it seems like it was the exact opposite. Like Fall Park especially just wanted to just give everything that he was making back into the company and give it to us. And it just seemed like as soon as we thought we were getting everything, then all of a sudden they come out with more strips and they're just handing out strips to us. And then when we thought, okay, well now that's it. Now they're handing out more strips that are coming out this fall that we haven't even seen yet. And it just seemed like it was just overly generous and just so sweet. And they're just wanting all of us to succeed. And so it just seems like we have all the tools that we need to do it. It just means you have to go out and use it and do it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. And to see his story of how he was so broke for so long and he was working a regular job and still just so persistent with the product. I think that's the best part of his story was his just never give up. And that's something that we need, right? Too, to be, we need to be motivated, and we can only motivate ourselves. So good. Thank you so much, Lindsay. Anybody else want to share something? Some of you had asked about this. Is this what you're going to talk about, Barb?
Nope. Should I just tell you right now, if anyone is concerned, it's very apropos right now, but the system crashed. If you're going to try to enter a party or enter an order, I just got a text message and they're aware of it, that the system crashed. So be patient. That's why we need a new system. Imagine all those new strips being ordered and everyone wanting to BQ and get their numbers in. So just be patient, and they're aware of the problem. So it's a good thing we're in a good place, huh? It's like being in the shelter of the storm. So
right.
Continue on, Emily.
Is anyone interested in hearing about this? Is this something I need, like a nod of heads or some hands or any of that? You're all still.
Our butts are tight.
I already know about it, so I don't.
So you're already like, I'm already working because I'm
already doing it. I'm going to be on that cruise.
Same.
Oh, and here you go, Barb.
There we go.
And she's up here. You can't really see her though.
Oh my gosh.
He looks like he just got drunk and fell out.
Yes. He's like, oh. The highlight of the whole thing. If you're not on video, Lindsay just shared some pictures of her twins that she has. We watched them like all weekend because she has this app on her phone, and they're just the most precious things ever. Oh my gosh.
Aw, thanks.
Okay. Any other questions, comments? No snide remarks, please. But it's 9:12, so we said 45 minutes. That's the perfect amount of time. If you want to, talk, I'm going to end the recording, and if you want to stay on, you can, and we can visit. I've got a little bit more time, so I'm going to say thanks everybody for joining us, and thanks for listening to the recording. That was awesome. So thanks everyone that contributed.
Thanks, Emily.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Emily.
Have a great night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye. Amanda, are you still on?